don't think I can explain what we've just seen in the first half of the game with RCB and Mumbai Indians and Chinnaswamy. Let me see if I can try, and then I'll ask Joy and Zaheer if they can. To explain this RCB batting effort, I would say it was start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. Your turn, gentlemen.
I have a very second you. Second you.
Is that an accurate summation?
Yeah, I think it's a schizophrenic batting performance.
Yeah.
Either it's a pitch where you can get 22, 24, 18, or you can't cross 10.
Yeah.
It's either one or the other, and that's a strange thing about it. Either they were going for lots of runs, or they were going under 10. And that's a strange one. You'll see McClenaghan, when he finishes off, he's got 4 for 34, and how many has he gone in his final over?
24.
So basically 10 in 3.
30,
It's the same
34,
bowler.
is it?
Yeah, 4 for
30.
30. Yeah.
So 24 in the last over, so 3 overs for 10.
3 overs for 10.
And then suddenly 1 over for 24. Hardik Pandya bowled his first over for 20 and then finished at 3 overs 30 and 3 wickets. 3 wickets, is that? 3 for 30?
Yes, right,
and 3 wickets. I'm not understanding. Is it a full moon night? What's going on?
Well, I think the kind of wicket I think so far it has played is not easy to just go out there and start playing your shots.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the most difficult wickets I think so far.
But that was the point. It was difficult in patches. So in suddenly some overs, it was the easiest pitch
so
to bat
as a batsman, you have to take your time. You have to get set and then go after the bowling. That's what it was visible. You've seen that someone like Brandon McCullum put the pressure on the young Markande very nicely. I think he started playing those reverse sweeps and all that, which was a good approach I think on this track because there is enough turn and the turn is sharp. So I think it is going to be very important for RCB to defend this total. I think the slow bowlers. I think Chahal and Washington Sundar needs to come to the party as soon as possible. I think, and from Mumbai's point of view, it's very important that they put the pressure on the spinners right from the word go, because if the spinner I think settle on this, or if you let spinner settle on this track, I think life as a batsman is going to be very difficult. So you have to be creative, you have to be innovative in terms of your approach and putting the pressure back on the spinner, especially because spin bowlers are going to be game changers I think on this track.
We saw JP Duminy bowl a very good over first up. Do you think Rohit gave a bit of a gift after that by giving him that third over?
Manan Vora, right-hander, knows that there are probably not too many bowlers in that bowling attack that he can collar. He went for it, and that just made a huge difference. That was probably 1 over too much. My feeling is that this, in case anything, if RCB has a chance, this grand home assault in the last over may be one of the most important innings in RCB's season. Because they've suddenly given his team with a sort of, at least a breath close to coming that, okay, this is a total which is maybe defendable. It still probably might not be defendable, but that's a very, very important innings. And if something now happens, if their bowlers, as he said, one of the interesting things, Murli Karthik used to be there, if KKR, if the ball is turning, what he try and do is really, first one, let it really rip. So turn it as much as you can, the first ball, for the batsman to look at and say, wow. Then the batsman will not trust to jump out that easily anymore. So you've got to put the fear of God in them, saying that, look, it's turning this much, you step out to me, you're going to be stopped. So basically the first ball for Washington Sundar and Yuzvendra Chahal, basically turn it like a call center driver in Gurgaon. Without indication, Nigal do bas. Let's see what the bowlers of Mumbai Indians finally ended up with. It was really just that bowling effort was just stop and start there. JP Duminy's first over, if I remember right, went for 6 runs. 6-1-6.
Then he ended for 2 for 28. McClenaghan's 3 overs went for 10 and then 24 in the last over, giving a hint of hope to RCB. Hardik Pandya's first over went for 20 runs and he ends with 3 for 28 and 3 wickets. It's just been so strange where RCB would take the game. But it was a truly seesaw innings, wasn't it?
This is what we spoke about before the start of the match. Especially on this track and this ground, you will see a lot of sixes. That's what happened. And that's what really changes the game. So if you look at the bowling effort of Mumbai, I think all in all it was a good bowling effort. I still feel that they've restricted RCB to less than 15 runs than par. I think 180 plus was on the cards for sure, especially after Virat's batting and Manan's start and Brandon McCullum's contribution. But I think it's halfway mark. at this stage, both the teams are going to say that RCB is going to say that, okay, we have a chance now. We have that last over has created momentum in our favor. Let's just go out there and give it all. We have come to a decent total. Mumbai will still say that, all in all, it's been a good effort. I think, we've restricted team to less than 15 in the below par. So let's just go and bat normally. I think, constructing an inning is going to be crucial. So let's just start the inning well, look to get 45, 50 runs in the first 6, and then build it from there. I think the middle overs are going to be very, very important in this game, because this is the kind of track where 2-3 wickets can fall very quickly, and the game would look very easy, but as soon as the wicket falls, suddenly the bowling team can be in the game. So you got to be watchful of that. So the batter who is in has to carry the team through, especially on this track and the kind of wicket we've seen so far, and the turn, I think, because it's kind of two-paced wicket.
No, Bumrah is just, in fact, this will aid what you're saying, is that Bumrah after the match has said that this wicket became slower and slower as the innings progressed, and that we didn't expect this.
Yeah, also what you saw last over, almost a look on Rohit's face when McClenaghan, bowled, and just a look on his face that, Bumrah took the pace of the ball. What are you trying to do by bowling? Because if you're bowling normal pace to them, that's the only thing that a batsman can hit. If McClenaghan had also taken the pace of the ball and not tried to bowl as fast as he could, he might not have gone for as many runs. And you could see Rohit's frustration, because look at Bumrah. Look at what Bumrah did. Just took the pace of the ball, and they were struggling to connect. Yeah,
they couldn't. And he got 3 sixes in that last over, did Grandhome of Mitchell McClenaghan. But really, this entire, I think the first half of the match can be like, I thought of Fast and the Furious 5 with Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel fighting. Ek punch mera, ek punch tera. Ek punch mera, ek punch tera. It really was like that, like two heroes fighting, and they kept grabbing each other's collar. But now the question is, obviously, these heroes will fight in the second half as well, but who will have the upper hand? This is not a 200 Chinnaswamy, definitely. We safely can say that.
Yeah.
Would have definitely been a 175 Chinnaswamy the way the pitch is. You'd still
I think 180 plus would have been a very good total, winning score on this track, with the right kind of calls in terms of bowling, and with the stacking up of over nicely, you can defend the total. Even 167 is good. RCB has certainly given themselves a chance. The key for them is to keep believing. I think that the challenge for them is going to be that, because so far in the tournament, their bowling has been letting them down. So in these kind of scenarios, when you're defending these kind of total, you've seen with Sunrisers, it doesn't matter what the score line is. They are always in the game. They're just focusing on the processes. So I think from RCB's point of view, it's very important that they focus on the process and hope that, at any time a wicket falls, they will be back in the game.
Let's see the bowlers. Let's see the bowlers. Zach will get you in on this as well. Who do you see bowling in the power play? Because they need some X factor in the power play. You obviously you'd go with the usual. You've got Umesh and Saudi, maybe one over from a spinner.
I think Umesh has to start. Umesh has been providing that early breakthrough, I think, very consistently. He's been picking up wicket in first couple of overs, which he's bowled.
8 wickets he's got.
So which is the key. So you have to continue with that. You have to stick to that kind of plan. Tim Saudi is someone who shapes the ball beautifully. So early on, I think from RCB's side, you will see some pace. Washington Sundar and Chahal will probably just bowl 1 overs in the power play. Umesh will certainly bowl his 4 overs before 13 overs of the game.
Interesting. One thing, Joy, that you did mention for the RCB bowling attack, which MI has a lot of bowlers who take the pace of the ball.
They don't.
Yeah, RCB doesn't.
I mean, they can take the pace of the ball. They're not as good at it as the MI bowlers were, which is why I wouldn't be surprised to see Grandhome bowling a bit also, because it's not the kind of pitch in which you want to go. So Siraj, for example, and he's a kid. I mean, he's a younger player. He's not younger, but not that experienced. So for him to have that while of saying, okay, I'm going to just bowl slower off cutters to you and sort of make you do the hard work.
Yeah.
See, this pitch is all about making them do the hard work. Of course, you'll attack with Umesh up front. You'll attack with Saudi up front. They're great attacking bowlers. But once you've stopped attacking with them, when the middle overs come, the pitch is sort of this thing. Yeah. Let them do the running.
Now, also, there's no Evan Lewis. So let's talk about Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Indians have to get 168. Now, Mumbai Indians and their fans will be saying, it's Chinnaswamy. We're bound to win this one. because they are very good when it comes to Chinnaswamy. I don't know if you guys know this, but look at this. Them MI at Chinnaswamy, they've got 6 wins and one. So 6 wins in 7 games is what MI. So MI really, when MI comes to play, they own Chinnaswamy. It's not RCB who owns Chinnaswamy, right? And they'll be backing this batting lineup. Let's show you the batting lineup. Now remember, there's one thing that has changed. Is Evan Lewis is not playing this game. Does that finally mean that the prodigal son, Rohit Sharma, will be opening the batting?
No, let me stop you there. It's not going to happen. I think Surya Kumar Yadav is going to open the innings with Ishan Kishan, and they are going to probably stick to left-hand, right-hand combination. After that, depending on who gets out, Rohit Sharma will bat number 3 and JP will bat number 4, depending on which batsman gets out. But the key for them, I think, is Kunal Pandya. I think he's someone who's been controlling the innings beautifully in the middle overs. Has been a good player of spin. So for them it's going to be important to get the game to that 16 over mark when they just need about 40-50 runs, to get off the last 4 overs. I think that kind of platform will certainly help for the likes of Pollard, Ben Cutting and Hardik Pandya to then come and go after the bowling, because you've seen in the middle overs it's not easy to just free-flowingly score runs. So I think it's important to back your batting, create that kind of platform, have wickets in hand. I think wickets in hand is going to be the key.
Long batting lineup. It's a really long batting lineup.
Also, RCB has a tendency to let their heads drop very fast. They start getting hit around, their sort of heads drop. So it's got to be very essential for them to keep their heads and say, this pitch, even if I get hit early, this, come 6 overs, this is going to slow down. Yeah. I just have to keep doing, as he said, do the processes, wait for the results. Because if you say that, they've got off to a rocket of a start, because that's what MI might try and do. Come and whack it in
Give
the
first license to Yadav and Kishan.
First 4 overs, 40 and
Ishan will just go off.
Because they want to take the pressure off the middle order and the middle overs. So one thing is important for RCB not to lose their heads at that point in time, because you can come back. They were on course for 180-200. What happened? You got 3 quick wickets in 1 over in the 17th and everything changed.
Yeah.
So everyone should be looking at that and saying that, nowhere is this game going to be over, even if they go off to a good start.
Yeah, Hardik, that over by Hardik, we've got to tell you, that over really was the game changer. Remember, he had gone for 20 in 1 over. That's when he started. Came back well in his 2nd over. This is what he did in his 3rd over. It's just www.com. www.gamechanger.com is what Hardik Pandya did in his 3rd over. So listen, the stats and history definitely in favor of MI. They've won 6 out of 7 games here. In Chinnaswamy this season, 4 out of 5 games have been won by the chasing team. They've managed to leave that last over aside, they've still managed to keep RCB down. You can use that word, down to 167. Would you say advantage MI going into the chase?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah? What advantage? 70-30? 80-20? 75-25?
I think 80-20.
80-20 advantage. Joy, what do you say?
I also think MI has the advantage also, because other than Rohit, they have one more player like Domini who can control. So you have 3 players now. Kunal, Domini, Rohit. All 3 will play the ball around, take singles.
And you need good players of spin. And they have the ammo, I think. They have someone like JP Domini, who is good player of spin. Very experienced sort of a batsman, who's dealt with pressure. And someone like Rohit. I think, the JP Domini and Rohit is going to be the key. Ishan Kishan is going to go out there and look to be aggressive. He's going to be the aggressor. Surya Kumar Yadav, I think he's in a very good form. So I think he will just continue to bat the way he's been batting.
This is sounding like 90-10. This is actually sounding like 95-5.
तो ठीक है 95-5 लगा लो फिर लग तो ऐसे ही रहा है लेकिन look 167 RCB do have a chance I think, but it's going to be very important what kind of intent they show on the field. I think it's if they have the belief
and hold the catches.
They can so fielding has to support and it will happen. I think it all happens in this game. I think for them to win this game, bowlers need to create that kind of energy, and that will translate into fielding, because after the last game, after captain going out there and being very vocal about the fielding performance, and that's something, you know, which is in your hand. You know, it's not about you create your own energy when it comes to fielding, and it's not dependent on anyone. It has to come from within. So I think, you know, that's something which will be visible. But all in all, I think for RCB's bowling unit, they need to have that faith right till the game is finished. It doesn't matter how it goes.
Show intent.
RCB season is in the ICU right now.
Exactly.
Okay? And this is not, they have 20 overs to try and save it. It's in the ICU, it's out there, they're doing everything. There are 6 bowlers around it trying to save it.
So let's see if they can. Well, that's the thing. Virat 2 matches ago said the bowling was criminal. Last match he said the fielding was criminal. Today he needs those criminals to get out of jail, because if they don't win, trouble. Same for MI. We'll see what happens, and we'll see you in 90 minutes. Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you, Zach. Round 2 of dinner. Thoda small snack. We already ate once. Just wanted to tell you. ठीक है. Ajit, खाना लगाओ. See you.